I'm going to do a quick walkthrough of some of the more interesting features of a hand animation rig that I built. First of all, we have this little light blue cube here which controls visibility with some sliders that are off to the side you can't see in the channel box. But if I slide those back and forth, I can turn on and off the visibility of various aspects of the rig, arms, legs, etc. And in that way I can keep the layer editor free of having thousands and thousands of layers, which comes in handy when you have several characters in the scene. The basic components of this rig work the same way as most rigs do. If you grab this object at the bottom, you can move the entire thing around. If you grab this object here in the center, you can move the upper body without affecting the lower body. The feet stay stuck to the floor. If you grab these cubes, affects the arm, pretty standard. These planes here affect the legs, also pretty standard. This is a top-down view zoomed in on the left arm. I've got another IK chain that's the same length as the arm built out in space to show the damping that I have built in. So normally an IK chain will kind of snap into a straight line, as you can kind of see the top chain doing. The closer you get to being straight, it'll sort of pop in and out of that straight position. So I've built some dampening into the arms and legs as well. The torso is set up such that one object can spread the rotation in all three axes throughout the spine. So you can rotate this on X, Y, or Z, and the entire spine will curl accordingly, and the twist as well. The feet are set up as a fairly standard reverse boot, which allows rolling up onto the ball of the foot. There's also a control for what I call toe tap, so you can just affect the toe without anything else, and you can actually pivot from the heel as well, affecting the IK chain all the way up the leg. There's also a slider so that you can do the stepping up motion of walking all in one easy motion. For the hands, we had a couple different animators with different styles of animating, so I set it up so it'll work two different ways here. We've got these objects out here in space which you can move to curl the fingers or move them back and forth, left and right, up and down, that kind of thing. So some people prefer not to animate with sliders. This works best for them. There's also a series of sliders attached to this glove-shaped object here, which will do the same thing, knuckle by knuckle, for individual control. Also built in some rigging for facial animation, and the way that works is you select these curves out here that are in the shape of various parts of the face, and then there are some sliders that will control that part of the face. So for the mouth, we have a grinning, smiling with the mouth open, various shapes like that. The jaw can open, close, go left, right, up, down, eyebrow control, etc., etc. One last thing to show off about this rig would be these blocky glove-shaped objects out here, which are outside the hierarchy, and so you can blend the hands on and off of those. If your character were walking past a table, put her hand on the table, something like that, and you wanted the hand to stick to that table or an object, you know, a bat or a weapon or a golf club or something like that. So normally what happens, if you move the character from the center of the hierarchy, the hands move with her. And what I've got is a set-driven key blend happening, so that as we blend towards from 0 to 10, the control of the hand shifts from this cube to this hand-shaped object, which is outside the hierarchy. So now, if I move my character from the center, her hand is going to stay on that glove, and you can parent that glove to somebody else if they're grappling, or you can put it on a table, something like that. You can animate the blend on and off of that object by using this slider that's just outside of your view in the channel box. Now there's also an FK skeleton behind the scenes, which is also, you can blend on and off of that so that you can use IK in one part of your scene and then blend towards your FK skeleton here. And now when I rotate these objects, it's going to follow general FK pattern.